All right, let's see if we can get a signal from the back cave. And we are live. Yes, we are. Good morning, everybody. And welcome back to another edition of the Jedi Academy, the show here on the Reality Skewed Gamers YouTube channel. A show that we do pretty much every Saturday, minus holidays. It was a holiday weekend last weekend. And we are back, and this is a Q&A show for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and basically the way it works is we're here to hang out with you guys for 2 hours and answer your questions and do nothing but answer questions. We try to get content creators on if they can be on, real life and busy schedules and all that other good stuff, so you can, we'll see who wants to hop in, so we're here to have fun with you guys and answer your questions, and that's what we do for the next 2 hours. And it's pretty simple. If you're new, and if you've been here a long time, you know the deal. But if you're new, the way you get your question answered is put your question in or comment you want us to respond to into the chat. Make sure you put the word question in front of whatever you want us to address. So the word question space, write out what you want myself to scoop up, and we'll get those scooped up. And the reason we do it that way is because I use Nightbot as a filtering tool, and we just make it real simple so we can filter out your questions from all the rest of the chat that's happening, and just by putting the word question. So we have the word question as the filtering word. So there you go. Pretty simple. It's not hard. And if you want a question you want to have answered, you can see there's an example of our longtime viewer and fellow skewer, Nathan H, is in there, and that's what we do. So whatever's on your mind, feel free to pop those in, and we will get that squared away. All right. So you can get the questions in. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hitting the thumbs up helps to get the video algorithm out there. For YouTube, more views, helps the channel grow, that kind of stuff. And if you like the content, hit the subscribe button. Helps the channel grow as well, but it also gets you those notifications on when we stream a lot. And we do stream a lot. Besides the Jedi Academy, which you will be watching if you're watching this for the first time, Monday through Friday, we have the lunch stream that we do from 12 Eastern to whenever we finish. On certain days go longer than others. We have the Wednesday night show, which is the longest running live stream in the SWGOH community. We just hit 6 years of streaming with the Wednesday night stream. Actually, just 6 years period we've been streaming. So that's insanity. So 6 years we've been streaming. We just did that on Wednesday. What else is going on? Twitch, like yesterday, we had happy hour. We did GAC. I won my GAC. So that's a lovely little thing. I think I've won. I don't know. I have to make sure I've won. I think I've won. Anything else? Just put in my own. Do that. We should have D&D tonight. Hopefully, it is my birthday weekend. I don't think I have anything going on, so I should be able to be here tonight to have some more fun with you guys with my birthday weekend. Anything else? No, I think that's it. That covers the groundwork. So it's my birthday weekend, and we're just chilling with you guys, and I couldn't ask for a better birthday weekend and hang out with you guys like we always do, answer questions, do that kind of stuff. So we get some content creators. They come in dribs and drabs. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they can't, and that's okay. Regardless, I'm here the entire time to answer your questions. So get your questions in. Good morning to everybody. Monday, I plan on doing a very long stream. It'll be my birthday stream. It's actually my birthday. I'll be 111th year birthday. No, I'm not going to be 111. I'm going to actually be 110,000 years old. So I'm immortal, and I cannot be killed by mortal means. So anything else going on right now? No, I think that's it. We're just kind of chilling. You know what I'm saying? Just chilling, just having fun with you guys. I mean, damn. And good morning to everybody in the chat. Good morning. All right. Anything else going on? Just trying to think if there's anything else going on. Not at the moment. I can't think of anything. So get your questions in. Let's see if any content creator comes in. I can see some of the questions are already coming in. I see Helly's there. Oh, Christ. You know, that filthy Spartan's going to put some damn funky funky chicken ass questions in the channel, so I'm just preparing for those. The Greek geek is gonna make. Yep, it's coming. Yeah, I already know. Don't worry, fellas. I already know about Helly. Trying to think if there's anything else. Normally at this point of the stream, we talk about the week that was. I mean, there was some stuff, the change to Datacron's economy, which I actually think is a good thing, in a sense that we're getting more stuff. This not the store. I mean, that's the store, but the stuff, the additional stuff. To Conquest. I know a lot of you are not the biggest fans of Conquest, but it is something. So I mean, they're trying to increase the number of mats and stuff. We also got the Raven's Claw, so that ship's out and about. I pulled enough yesterday. I'm pretty close to unlocking it. I had one bad pull, but it is what it is. I'll do more energy this weekend, and we'll have the ship unlocked. I'm trying to get that. I'm going to get that sucker to 5 stars for sure. So, all right, let me get the questions things going on. Keep hitting those thumbs up, subscribe, and then that's it. Yeah, it's pretty simple. Get your questions. Sit back, relax, grab whatever beverage you want with some coffee because it's early in the morning. Hell, maybe you're over in Europe and it's afternoon tea. Spoiled tea, a little bit spoiled tea. Hell, maybe you're in Aussie land with all the rest of the Aussies and New Zealanders and our friends from Japan. Whatever it may be, it doesn't matter. Grab a beverage. It could be alcoholic. It doesn't matter. And let's have some fun. Let's start doing some questions here. As I said, make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement, and we will get that scooped up. Aha! Ooh, hee 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 ha ha. Oh. All right. Let me just check something real quick. I'm looking at my GAC. I'm just want to see. Can he take? He had some boo boos. I'm just trying to see if he can finish me off. Had a little boo boo on the 2. No, I don't think he has enough ships to take me off. I think we've got the victory, but we'll see. All right. Questions. Let me get this the Nightbot going. All right. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Very much appreciated from all you guys. We'll celebrate it on Monday. Yeah, Kitch, on Monday will be my actual birthday, but it's the birthday weekend, so yeah. All right. Well, Nightbot's really toying with me right now. Hold on. I'm here. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Okay. First question, really? What is Darth Kermit, the Dark Lord of the Muppets, reaction to the new ship? Well, I mean, it's named after one of the 4 houses of Harry Potter, so I mean, it's something there, right? Yay! There you go, Darth Kermit. Too early in the morning. My voice not ready for Darth Kermit yet. Yeah, my allergies are kicking my ass right now, so that's why I sound a little congested. That's always first thing in the morning. I'm a little congested, and this early in the morning, I'm not able to actually go. I don't usually work. I'm usually working out at this time, so get the sweat going. Clear the sinuses, all that good stuff, but not right now. All right. Is there a legitimate question? Again, get your questions in, guys. Make sure you put the word question in front of your actual question statement. So, Carl, I see what you did. I got you, buddy. You're like, I caught that. You have to actually write out the word question. I wouldn't have seen that there, Carl, but we'll get to you here in a second here. All right, Joseph Oliver question. What do you feel about the unlimited purchases on Datacron packs? Why not unlimited Omicron or mod slicing packs? So pay to win. One, I'm not a huge fan of the Omicron pack. That's just, but I mean, listen, I don't know. I really don't. I mean, is it because it's a new thing and it's a new pack and you can just buy it over and over again? I don't know. I mean, problem with the Datacron pack. So here's the thing. And by Datacron packs, I'm assuming you mean the crystal packs. I'm not seeing there's any. So you have to use crystals, because the other one that I saw in there was the Inquisitorius one. That's for $24.99. There's a purchase limit of 2. So here's the problem with these crystal ones. They're good only if you're close to finishing off, in my opinion, finishing off one of your like level 6 to 9. You're trying to get a Datacron to 9. Is the only way I see validation in doing this. Because remember, this is for the Treaties Inquisitorius, which is, got about 2 months shelf life left before those Datacrons go away, and we have the new sets of Datacrons coming in. So we're already into the new set. It doesn't give you the Datacron stuff. I mean, if they want to make it unlimited, fine. It's kind of a waste, in my opinion, unless you're finishing off one of those ones, like say Ayla or something like that. But I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with it. Now, why they're not doing it for the other stuff, I have no idea. I mean, if you're going to make Datacrons unlimited, I agree with you. Omicrons or mod slicing packs should be unlimited too. Because there's no way you can spend all you want on this game and get as many slicing materials and maybe limited Omicrons, but I mean, Omicrons are kind of secondary now. I mean, they're still important, but good Lord, Datacrons have really flipped things on its head. So I don't know. I mean, the slicing materials for mods for sure, because you could probably buy 5 of those packs and maybe, because there's still RNG involved with that. You can get all the slice materials you want and still not hit a bloody thing that you need for your main stats, for your mats, or for your mods. So, I don't know. It's a good question. I don't have the right answer for you, so kind of like, me? But if they want to get it, fine. I mean, there's only so much you can do with the Inquisitorial pack. I mean, for me, looking at and I've got them. I don't have my game up right now for you guys to see, but I think for me, like, once you get, so for me, like, for the Inquisitorius pack, if you have Inquisitors, if you're a big spender, sure, take one to level 9. The 3 main ones though is Kenobi, Rey, and Ayla from that. I have all 3 at level 9. I also have a level 4 one dark side. You can take a bunch to level 4, maybe even level 6, because you can still do something with like another GR team or something along those lines. But if someone wants to have, like, someone just said in chat, 15 level 9 Datacrons? Okay, I think you start diminishing returns. At some point, as good as those teams are, the big bonuses is where it's at. Ayla, for instance, Ayla at level 9 is disgusting. Rey, Kenobi, we've talked about religiously. I think some of the dark side ones at level 4, you could take them to, like, if you want to take them like to level 8, I don't see the point of taking them to level 9 once you get past some of the characters. I mean, if you want to do it for the characters, sure, it doesn't hurt. But like dark side ones are really good too, like for Lord Vader and some of these other teams. You could take them up, but I mean, the thing is, Datacrons just in general, man, they're game breaking. So regardless of whether the pack's there or not, whether it's unlimited or not, Datacrons are just, they're broken, man. I don't know how else to put this. These are ridiculous things to have in the game right now. The Rey one is that I have is absolutely ridiculous. The Kenobi one, now I fought one with the Kenobi one yesterday that I ended up having to use another team because my Kenobi could not beat the Kenobi. I just timed out. I had JNK and GK left. I almost killed him. I just quite didn't have enough offense to do it, and I didn't have the Ayla Datacron ready for this round of 5v5. But I tested like Ayla's Datacron on JML. It's just absolutely, it's broken. That is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I mean, I went in and tested it yesterday multiple times against JMKs with Datacrons and just absolutely thrashed it. So that's ridiculous. and then some of the dark side ones, Inquisitors makes them a lot better, but I mean, it's still Inquisitors. But it does make them a hell of a lot tougher team to face. And some of the bonuses for the dark side ones can really help you with, say, Lord Schmader and C. You can get like Hellsteel and stuff like that. Those aren't that bad. So I don't just even if you have some, I mean, like. Problem also is that there's just these are temporary buffs, so we're constantly having to scramble, and we're gonna have to start scrambling here in a couple months when the first set goes away, and then our strategy changes and things. So I don't know. I mean, if you want to spend money, I don't think you should for Datacrons. I'm sorry, or crystals. I just think it's silly because this is a temporary thing. I guess if you have the discretionary income, I don't really care, but yeah, regardless of whether you have 4 high ones or 15 high ones, it's still, it's goofiness. We're in cartoon land when it comes to Datacron. So there you go. I've never had problem. Hey, if someone wants to spend money in this game, they can spend as much as they want, and I don't really care. So more power to them. I don't really, I don't think you should, but hey, to each their own. Now we did have a question from. I have to go back to this. Carl, welcome to the show. Carl says, question. Unlocking JM Kenobi soon, but won't have Cat for another month. Thought on team comps, teams to fight for running him on offense in GSC. I don't know what else other Jedi you have, so that makes it a little tricky there, Carl. You typically see, like... I've seen this where Padme lead with Kenobi, so you go GR team with Kenobi, Snips, Gas, GK. I've seen that team where you can throw Barris in there, or you go JMK lead with Padme, Anakin, Snips, and GK. I've seen that team as well. It's definitely an offensive team. Do not put that team on defense. Because you'll get gassed and you're just going to lose banners in GSC. For 3s coming up, which we'll have a week off and stuff before 3s kicks in. It's going to be a month before Cat. You can go like Kenobi. You can go Kenobi, Barris maybe. Try to beat a timeout team. Not ideal, but that's something you can use for offense, or you can go full offense. Kenobi, Snips. Snips is really good under JMK. Anakin's pretty good too. Or you go Kenobi, Snips, Padme. If you want to keep Padme, Snips, and Anakin together for that team, you can do that and go Kenobi, GK, Barris, as I said. I mean, there's a lot of combinations you can go. It's definitely for offense. Just stick with your GR. If you have Cam, he's really good in that team. Since you don't have Cat, that's one you can definitely put in there. I don't know if you have Cam, so I gave you those other teams and options first. But if you do have Cam, put him on there because he does really well under the Kenobi team, especially on offense. Cam's a monster, especially if you have him at higher relics and stuff. I mean, we use my Cam all the time to just destroy things. It's ridiculous. Cam at Relic 8, he's a monster. So hopefully that answers your question. Just give you some ideas on what you can use it for. And there's a lot of other good videos and suggestions and comps out there that you can try with Kenobi. Kenobi's Kenobi, so yeah. Let's see here. Let's get some more question. Pulling that up. Keep the questions coming, guys. I'm just hanging out with you as is tradition. Let's see here. There we go. Now the questions are coming in. Had to get to that one for our boy because he just put Q. It's all right, Carl. We got you. Nathan H. question, who was the most powerful Sith Lord and why? It comes down to 2. It's Palpatine and Vitiate for me. I mean, there's some other ones that did some really powerful stuff. Exar Kun comes to mind. Tulak Horde. Darth Bane was up there. I don't know if he was as powerful with... He was in telling he was not as he just wasn't overall with this. It was lacking some knowledge of Sith sorcery. I mean, Vitiate, I mean, and Palpatine, I just think are on a whole nother level of the nonsense they did. You look at their feats and just what they did, you're just like, okay, that's ridiculous. That is absolutely broken. That cannot be a thing, man. Darkseid's retarded. It just can't be the crap that those two pulled off. You can make an argument for both. Everyone's got their own opinion on this stuff. For me, it's those two. Oh, speaking of dark side of the Force, Lord Mags rise. What's going on, BC? Skull, y'all. Hell yeah, man. Where you been, brother? Haven't seen you in a bit, man. I know you. What, you been working or?
I had a little bit of work. June was just a really bad month for me.
Yeah.
All I got to say is F cancer.
You don't have it, do you?
No.
Oh God, thank God. Okay.
No. My grandfather passed mid-June.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And then speaking of birthdays, I just had my 40th, and then shortly after, I got word of another family member passed. That it was one right after the other. So
well, it's fine, man. Just
I mean, you could see in my GAC that it was just like I could not deal with anything.
No, we noticed. I thought it was just more of like you just busy or just getting bad matchups. Because I know you careful look at this.
it was just bad for me. I'm not motivated to play the game. It's really rough.
Well, hard to do when you're dealing with real life stuff, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's a game. At the end of the day, this is a game. Family and real life stuff always should take priority. So no, you don't have to explain yourself on that one, brother. Yeah, F cancer. You know how I am about that. The buttloads of money we've raised in the past, and we will continue to fight the fight against cancer. So, but we're here now. So get some coffee.
I'll go my coffee.
Get some coffee, and sit back, and you can help answer the questions. So perfect time.
Do what I can.
Yeah, throw your hat in the ring. All right. Oh God, here comes the heli question. Let me prepare myself for the emotional ramage that these cause. All right, Hellenus, this question from my guy Ranger. Happy birthday, my man. Thank you. This is not really a question. Then again, I don't really ever do anything as intended. Love you, man. All right, Hallie, I love you too. That was actually nice. So usually I get off the wall spaghetti questions from that guy. That Spartan guy, that Greek geek.
Oh, I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah.
At least that kind of guy.
As is tradition. What a guy. What a buddy. What else are 3 questions? Do Datacrons still suck? I bet I know the answer. So in the context of this, I'll say Datacrons themselves do not suck in the sense that they make your stuff ridiculously OP. Like for example, what's the one I have on Kenobi? Like 580% health still off the top of my head. That's ridiculous. That should not be a thing in this game. Jedi Master Kenobi should not have 580% health still. That's ridiculous. The stats and stuff that they do is ridiculous. They suck because they've addressed it with the economy changes, but I mean, they are really messing with people in GAC, and it's only going to get, because as people start getting more materials, now that they've brought more materials for people to get, it's just going to cause more consternation and frustration. I ran into it a little bit last night there, BCM. I mean, if you have the tools to adjust like I do, you'll be fine. If you don't have the tools, you're hosed. I mean, BCM, you're a little bit lower GP and GAC. I mean, I don't know if you've had really good taste.
I've run into a couple, but for the most part, like I said, this whole last month after Datacrons, it's just been, I've been doing the bare minimum, just like sending Wampa in, and then that's it. I just getting 10 banners and going. But as far as Datacrons go, I've got the 2 free ones that they gave us. The 1 pack and then the other one, and I haven't even leveled up the second one. I don't know. For me, Datacrons are just meh. I need gear more than I need the freaking Datacrons. I've got 4 guys waiting to get to gear 13 because I can't get the dang G12 plus pieces.
Yeah, that's the thing that for a lot of mid-tier players and early, we'll say Kyber, upper tiers, they don't have all their characters to relic to even sniff some of these datacrons. So what's the point?
Maybe the one Padme squad I could run the Galactic Republic
Sure.
on, because those guys are all fairly relic, but for the most part, I have two relic eights because just and it's Piet and Boba Fett to unlock the Executor, which I
Right.
finally got that to 7 stars, so I'm
Nice.
stoked there.
Very nice.
But other than that, I don't have enough. C is coming along, but I've still got four. Let's see, I got three characters at G12 waiting to go to Gear 13, and I got one at Gear 11.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous because I can't, and they all require those 12 plus pieces.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know. Yeah, you've heard my rant on that.
Relic 3 to me is irrelevant right at the moment because I can't get them to relic in the first place.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of people can even use datacrons. I mean, you want players to use this, but then to get just so the problem with datacrons too is it's definitely end game stuff because relic 3 you can only use the ability to level 3, but if you want to go take them higher, all your characters, so to take advantage of the level 6 you have to have all your characters at relic 5, and then if you want to take advantage of the last tier for the special ability for the character, that character has to be relic 7. No ends for buts. And if you don't meet any of those requirements on any of those levels, there's no point whatsoever to have any kind of datacrons. And people are not going to go bananas trying to get relics, especially when they're working on GLs and stuff. They're not going to, I mean, I think they're kind of just feeding the purpose here. I don't understand why Relic 3 was, the way this is set up. I mean, they got to rethink this. I mean,
yeah, we were talking about this yesterday on the Escape podcast was, they needed to get this gear phase 2 in, getting to Gear 13 in the first place before they introduce these datacrons.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, unless you have Relic 3 plus teams, full teams, they're irrelevant. And they're not needed.
What do you do? And then, if you face someone and, that with the matchmaking that does it, you just go, okay. I mean, what do you do? You're just like, okay, cool, I lose. Just enjoy your day off, basically.
They did it backwards. They should have worried about getting everybody to Gear 13 in the first place. Because then relic levels aren't that bad. It's just grinding certain pieces. But to get them to Gear 13 in the first place, you need that gear. And, if you don't have relic 3s, then what's the point?
Yeah, it's.
But they take off the relic limits in the first place, and maybe once you get a relic 3, then it boosts it or something. I don't know what they can do, but I think it was too early and badly implemented, and now it's like, we're stuck with it.
Yeah,
I don't know. I apologize. Part of my motivation for playing this game is starting to really drop now.
Well, it's hard because you can't really participate in your level, and then if you can participate, you're overwhelmed because everything that you worked on up to this point is completely pointless, almost.
Yeah. With datacrons, I'm like, what am I? I'm already fighting guys that are 2-3 million GP above me, and then on top of that, now I got datacrons to deal with, and it's like, I'm tempted just to let it sit and get me down and back into Rhodium.
I wouldn't stress about it. Just do what you need to do, brother. But the thing is, and I am tip of the spear in the sense that I'm facing monster counts, and datacrons really changed the dynamic of let's see, the wifey agrees.
Oh yeah,
there's wifey laughing at my commentary, because I mean, like. I've done the Kenobi fight, give you an example. I've done the Kenobi fight a gajillion times. I know how to do it. I know how to win. I know how to beat it. Datacrons come along and it's like, not so fast. You can lose this fight now. And I'm like, so what the hell was the point of me doing all this work on my team anyway and doing my own datacron if I don't get the right stats? That's just what worked against me yesterday is I couldn't die, but I couldn't kill his team off fast enough. And it was really frustrating because Kenobi's the tip of the meta. I mean, and to clean that up was a nightmare yesterday too. I was able to pull it off, but barely. All right, I'm getting to my point there, wifey. But it's just some of the other stuff. Like, I've done the Fennec counter against Lord Vader. I have to look at the Datacron to see what it is. It completely, just neuters a lot of stuff that we've worked on for counters and stuff. And you have to look at the stuff. And typically, I've gone. But before in GAC, I was very defensive player. I'd put 4, maybe 5 GLs on defense and then just slug it out that way. I had to completely flip the script. I got to have more stuff for offense now because I don't know what the bloody hell I'm going to be facing, and I have to have ways to not just beat it, but do multiple things. All right, wifey, goodness gracious. I mean, jeez. Not that funny. I mean, I know it's my birthday. I know I'm getting older, but
she's
giggling. She is giggling something, baby. So yeah, Datacrons just overall is general concept. They're here. I'm adjusting to it. Whether I think they suck or not is immaterial right now. I've said my piece on them. BCM, I think you said your piece on it.
I think the biggest problem is you can't plan for them. You don't see them until they're sitting on the squads on defense. You don't get. Unless I miss something, I don't think SWGOH.DG tells you which ones the opponents have.
No, you can scout ahead of time, and you have a decent idea that way because you can see your opponent's roster. But it's.
But you can put Datacrons aren't locked to a team.
No.
you can change that, so it's not like you can assume if they got a Galactic
if they got
a
if they got a Ray one, you're pretty sure you can
put it, for me, I don't know. Datacrons kind of is stealing a lot of the skill out of, just the fights. Cause it's kind of like when Executor first came out and we didn't have a counter to it. It's like, you have that up, game over. Or when the GLs first came out, up, game over.
Yeah. It's pretty much what it is.
You get to a point and once you see a certain Datacron, you're like, yep, game over. That why even try?
Yeah,
and I think that's not healthy for the game, and I'm unless they throw something into matchmaking where it matches Datacrons, and
that's a big problem.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, it's kind of like with the GLs. Okay, if you're one GL versus one GL, okay, that's pretty decent. And then you get the strategy of, do I place it on defense or do I keep it for offense? But then now it's Datacrons. It's like, okay, well, what do I do?
See, the problem I have so Omicrons I'm a big fan of. I thought Omicrons really added to a lot of the characters that we weren't using previously.
Yeah.
It made it a little bit different. It didn't change so drastically the teams. We adjusted. It was a thing. I just love Omicrons. I think they're brilliant. But even Omicrons now, it's like I'm not even looking at the Omicron. It's like a secondary thought now. If they have a Datacron on there, it's like,
yeah, it's the next thing. But I think it was too soon.
It's not
to be honest, it was way too soon.
The stats are too ridiculous. The abilities are too ridiculous. The farming of these is ridiculous for temporary stuff.
The temporary thing. That's the other thing. It's like, oh, you only get it for 3 months. Well, then it's like, that's the other thing. It's not like going 6 months to get a GL.
Yeah.
And it's like, I have a GL. Or, 4 or 5 months for an Omnicron to put it on there and go, yeah, I boost my whole roster. Now it's like temporary boost for 3 months, and you can tell the only people are getting it are Krakens that are going to go nuts.
The only reason I'm getting these is just to test them out and just to show how ridiculous they are. I mean, I wouldn't even be. If I didn't have to, I wouldn't.
Right, but the tryhards up in the top Kyber thing.
Oh yeah, they have to.
They're gonna have 30 Omnicrons for 2 months.
Good luck. I mean, that's. I think if I talked to a lot of them, it wouldn't be because they want to. It's just because they're kind of forced to. Because some of them are going to do it, then they got to keep up. It's like it's an arms race. It's what it is. So I mean. And then
hello, governors.
Yeah, and then TW. Let's not get into that. Hello, Dev. Oh, hello, governor. All right.
Yeah, but the rest of us are all falling farther behind.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Tumblo.
What have I missed? Sorry, I'm late. Like 35 minutes. What have I missed?
Yeah, grab some coffee. Let's just keep going with the questions. I'm sure we'll get to all this.
Already got my coffee.
All right, Vizzy, you're ready. To go.
Here, you're gonna
have. Coffee. I'm drinking some water right now because my allergies are kicking
Java time. Lovely stuff.
I do need to get some Java. I just think I didn't have time, and I need to drink some water right now.
Best quality cheap coffee I think I've ever had, actually.
Tom Blow Dry question: what does Jedi Knight Kermit think about Datacrons? There's no such thing. It's just not Tom Blow. I mean,
I'm sorry, but as far as I was aware, Kermit was a Dark Lord of the Sith. There is no Jedi Knight Darth Kermit. There is no Jedi Knight Kermit.
Yeah, Dark Side's pretty cool. Light Side's for weaklings.
He deals in holocrons, not Datacrons.
Yeah. Kermit only deals in absolutes. So, there you go. I mean, come on. You'd have to be part of the dark side if you were dating Miss Piggy, wouldn't you?
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil. Yeah.
To each his own there, Nev. No, there's no kink shame in here.
And we do not do that here, no. What else?
No.
Not on the Academy. What else in the 3 question? How much longer do you think it'll be before Profanity? Will we get another regular ship first? I think we're a couple months away from Profanity. I think we're gonna get some more marquee ships, and then Profanity is gonna drop. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
probably.
I think they need to be scoundrel-esque. I don't think we need to be strictly following the law now. It's like, bollocks to the law, bollocks to ship law. So I think we'll get Marauder because we've already got Bad Batch. So I think Marauder would be a one that they can throw in there. Yeah.
It still seems like a side thought.
All right. Next question. Carl, our good friend Carl's back. He says, question: still having trouble fighting Executor with Finalizer. Okay. Is it better to use Houndtooth in the front line with Echelon 7-star, or as first reinforcer, keep Echelon on the front wall with Houndtooth as first reinforcement? So I actually do these fights. If you go back, Carl, every lunch stream you can see me. I do multiple fights against the Executor with both fleets. If it's the offensive, the 3 offense ships in the lineup for the Executor, then I go Rebels, and I do that counter for everyone. And then if it's the standard lineup, which is Houndstooth, Cad Bane and Razor Crest, we do that fight as well. It's still a little RNG dependent because of a dodge. You have to have a certain turn of order events. Now the other thing too is if you're facing Relic 8 Executors, then your Hux at Relic 5 will work. If you're facing Relic 9, you have to get Hux to Relic 6. Echelon for me is still Relic 5 with First Order Officer, but you do need 60 mods on him, and I've had good success with his survivability. Of course, 7 stars, you have to have 7. It's just a matter of him taking those hits. So when you're fighting it, there's a certain order. It can get wonky because, like, if, say, Cad Bane ship does dodge and you go to finish it off, I mean, that completely screws you, but you just have to be able to adjust to it. But just go watch the videos. I think that'll give you a good idea. Also, check the roster that I have to see how I've got that set up in both circumstances. Because with the normal lineup, you go in, you want Echelon in the starting lineup with Shuttle, and you got Silencer. So you go first, you hunt Houndstooth. I mean, I've done it so much, I've got this opening salvo in my head. You hunt Houndstooth, then you do a basic on Razor Crest. Then they start then they're going to take a turn. They're going to do their nonsense. They're going to start with their AoE on your Echelon. Your Echelon survives. You get to your Shuttle's turn. Your first move is to do the ability where it does the ability on itself and gives turn meter to the team. At that point, they've done their thing. Your Echelon's still up and running. Well, actually, Echelon takes a turn first. And you want to do your big hit where everybody calls assist on Razor Crest. You're just waiting for Cad Bane to show up at that point. Once you've done your turn meter thing, and then on Shuttle's next move, you're going to use the 4th ability to ability block Houndstooth. Then you launch your big hit at Cad Bane with Silencer. It won't kill him, but then you get your Shuttle back. It goes in order, right? You'll watch.
Have you done a video on this, Ranger? I'm just wondering if there's an old video that you could director. This
I don't
person
have
too.
a
It's
video
like,
myself, but I mean, it's on the lunch stream, and I walk through everybody every time I do it. So I'm just saying, watch the lunch streams. I do it every day. So
lunch. So if they go back to if they
Yesterday
go
I
back
did
to
it.
what, a lunch, yeah, there you go. So if you return, of course you did. Yeah, I remember sat watching you. You did it a couple. I mean, you didn't get the one tap, but what it shows the order.
yeah,
You know, the kill order
yeah,
that you need to go through. So yeah, definitely. If the instructions seem a bit convoluted, they're not. When you actually see in practice what Ranger's talking about now, it makes perfect sense. You're like, right, okay, I go for that with that, and I'm passing that to, yeah. It does. It makes perfect sense when you actually see him physically doing it.
yeah.
I wish I could do it, but my first order aren't like Ranger's first order. I didn't ship hard on my first order.
Well, I mean, and it's something you're just gonna have to practice too. And I practice religiously. It's during the lunch streams we do practice runs of the different fleet battles. Oh, there you go, Ray Rock. So Ray Rock will get you hooked up, and you can watch the video. But look at your stats. If you're having problems with it, it could be that your echelon's not high enough stars, or doesn't have the mods and stuff like that. If the order's not working, check your Hux has got to be relic 6. He has to. That's the only way you can get that turn order and get the jump that you need. Now on the offensive one, it's pretty straightforward too. Just watch me do it during the lunch stream. At worst, though, with these two counters for these two fleets is even if you lose, Carl Coppage is asking for it there, Ray Rock. At worst, it's a 2-shot in GAC. I practice it like I'm the same fleet that I'm going to use in GAC. I use in Squad Arena. I just throw a ship at I usually go in there with just 3 reinforcements. The 4th one is Squad Arena, so I just have a ship in there, but don't pay attention to that. Usually I just throw Houndstooth in there just for shits and giggles, but I never pull that ship in. And I practice, and you definitely need Ebon Hawk as your reinforcement there. What's the Discord name? I have no idea. I don't even know if he's in our Discord. He's in the chat right now. So if you want Ray Rock, just send me the link. I'll put it in the chat. So yeah, so just watch my videos, or just watch me during the lunch stream. And the cool thing with YouTube, you can scan back and forth, and you can see where the fights take place.
And you can see what his ships are and the stars, and you can see the requirements for the characters as well. So
Yeah.
it's definitely worth going and looking.
And I think it's important. So I'll say this, and I mean, you can do with a Relic 5 Hux. It gets a little wonky when the Piet is Relic 9, but that's why I go Relic 6. Just makes it guaranteed. I like to think, but triple tackers, it's Rebels, and I do that on the lunch stream too. Carl says his Discord name is Quinlan Voss. Okay, there you go, Ray Roxy, perfect. So we're helping people, helping everyone that we can. But yeah, the Rebel one works really good too, and I'll post this link in there. No Biston, you have to have Biston, and he has to be relict. Sorry, just the way it is. Look, guys. I know crew and working on ships, but if you want, you got to get the characters to certain levels if you want to beat ships, especially if you're getting to the upper echelon. It's just the way it is. You can use first order. Bless you. First order against the triple lineup is really wonky. It's 50-50. You are going to take out some ships though. So it is easy to clean up, but I'm trying to go 1-shot on this stuff. So usually when I'm doing my battles, I'm thinking 1-shot. I'm not thinking 2 shots anymore for executors. But if you get the ships up and running, Biston ship is really difficult to do. Trust me, guys, I know, because SRP, I think I've got mine at Relic 5, Biston's Relic 6. But yeah, trust me, guys. That's a big investment. Just SRP alone, the Carbantes is the most Carbantes in the game. It's outrageous. Oh
God, yeah, no, yeah. They're very, very Carbante. If you don't relic your Bistan, if you cheap out and just max your Bistan and your SRP to max the abilities, your best hope is literally to just take out that's it. If you don't relic them, you ain't 1-shotting it. All you're gonna do is set yourself up for a double tap by getting rid of the Houndstooth, because he will just get smashed to smithereens.
Yeah,
and absolutely be blown to bits. There's no survivability in it without relics on.
Yeah, it's just the nature of it's what ships do. I mean, and I did GAC yesterday on Twitch one shot everything because the counters were, the good thing though, here's the thing though, with the first order, even if you use it against, say, the offensive line, if you want to go with your normal lineup against that, you want to bring Echelon off the bench, is that you are going to be, you're going, executors don't seem that scary. Once you get these counters down, executors are like, you can feel comfortable putting your executor on defense. The 3 ships that I'm using on defense is Executor, Kenobi, and the Executrix. Now I'll tell you what, I like Executrix a hell of a lot more than I like the Thrawn ship Chimera. Especially now, this comes again that I've got the second sister prototype, 7-star, relic, all that stuff, and that ship is giving people absolutely fits on defense. I just had a couple more holes in GC again with that fleet. So. And the first order fleet against that is not a guaranteed either. I mean, it's a nasty combination. So if you want to see anything of like what I'm using, there is method behind the madness of why I'm using the you can still get bad RNG. Like, I don't care. If you get a dodge on Cad Bane, you're probably gonna have to 2-shop Executor, because at that point, I've done it to where. I take out a few of the ships. I'm always concentrating on the reinforcements. I have to 2-shot it because eventually the ship's going to get into ultimate, and then you're just hosed. You can get bad RNG. There's not much you can do about it. But again, if you can take out a few of those ships, it still makes Executor a double tap pretty easily, and you can go in there with Radis and finish that off once all is said and done. So. All right, let's get to some more questions. Man, we really got into the Executor question there. That was good.
It's a worthy question.
It really is. Tumblo, let's see. No, we already did that. Carl, another call from questions. The thoughts on Asajj Omicron. Are they better with Asajj Seed now or Talzin, and better to keep them on offense or defense for GSC? Well, that's an easy one. Even with the Omicron, offense. And here's the thing about my thoughts on the Omicron for Asajj. I get these fellers thoughts. It's does one thing and one thing only. You're going to beat what you beat with the Night Sisters. I don't think the Omicron, maybe a little bit, but it's not going to help you punch up. It just makes you more efficient. The thing with the Night Sisters before is you can win, but you were going to get, like, the best you could do is like 60, right? Because you're going to lose your protection. This makes it to where instead of 60, you have a possibility of getting 65 with some of your counters and stuff. That's really all I see the Omicron doing, which is, not bad, but I don't think looking at the Omicron, I didn't see anything that, and again, we'll have to fart around with it, but I don't really seen it beating anything else that it wasn't beaten before. No,
I'm exactly the same. Datacrons negate. It completely cancels out Omicrons on defense.
Yeah.
Datacrons cancel out a lot of Omicrons on defense. So I said this, Rangers basically repeating what we said about this before. It'll help because of the protection regen. It'll definitely help you get back some banners. Because if you've got the turn meter going and you've got every time, so you kill one, you get 25%. Kill another, back. Kill another, back. So you could go through each of your opponents on offense, if you've taken it on offense, get everyone back up to full protection and score a 65, which is great. If you need a 65, it's great. But if that's the only squad that you're getting between 60 and 65 banners on, 20 Omicrons for a Asajj, it's a bit which is, which makes it pointless. The Omicrons are difficult to get. You need 20 put on one character, whereas a Datacon you can take to level 3 with what? Bugger all farming.
Yeah.
And you can get yourself a Datacron with X amount of defense, health steal and crit chance. So months, weeks and weeks and weeks for one Omicron a day on a level 3 Datacron. Which one do you go for? Yeah, it's just it's Omicrons on defense.
I don't recommend using unless you've done every other Omicron imaginable. It's for JC. It's
save. Do what Rangers doing. Save your Omicrons for the badass characters Rangers, you've been saving yours for Malgus, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've always kept 3 there for Malgus, and then I'm working on a separate one that's going to go on Juhani because I know what that's going to do in TW.
You mentioned that for territory wars, right? I put 3 on my Star Killer, and
Sure.
he's in GAC, which is he's basically a GL.
Yeah.
With 3 Omicrons, he's basically a GL. So
yeah, there's better Omicrons.
There are better characters to put your Omicrons. I mean, Wampa's a solo. There's nothing. Datacron's not going to do shit for that because you're only ever going to take the Wampa on offense anyway, and you're only ever going to hit a Mon Mothma or an Iden or a GG. With Wampa when people put those. I mean, I was watching Mort doing his GAC last night. And somebody put 2 solo teams right next to each other.
God.
They put a GG team that he they put a GG team that he soloed with Wampa, and then they put a Phasma team right on top of it that he was able to do straight away with his nest. And he's lapping those. Yep, thank you for the 2 solos. So yeah, there are worthy Omicrons.
If you are going to do the Omicron there, the leader still depends on who you're facing. Talzin. Are you trying to plague more or Asajj and do the turn meter control and stuff? The Night Sisters are not going to change with that, in my opinion. So, Utah question: will I ever be as awesome as Ranger? You are right now, buddy. You don't even have to try. I'm not that awesome. So your awesomeness is already at the level of mine. There you go. All right, more questions. Let's continue on here. Jack Daniels, the man named after the drink of choice, says question: why can they tweak the Datacron economy after a couple weeks, but gear economy can't get any love? Also, happy birthday to you, Ranger. Thank you, Jack Daniels. This is a birthday weekend. My birthday's actually on Monday, but we're celebrating the birthday weekend, so just having some fun with it. I don't know. I don't have an
because they're CG.
Yeah,
and they can do what they want.
Yeah.
It's their fucking train set, and they'll do what the hell they want with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on with the gear economy. I know Crumb. He's just getting off. I think he's finally done with maternity leave. He did say when he was on the Heinz stream that he was going to try to address gear. So I'm kind of waiting for that, gear economy and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I don't have an answer for you, man. It's a valid point.
They wanted money.
It's all about money.
They wanted money.
It's all about the money.
We need more money. Come on, the internet. Can we get some money from the internet?
Guy.
Come on, guy.
Come on, guy.
Need more money. AT Stewart says question: how do you counter lifesteal turn meter Uber level 9 Datacron Ray? You basically have to hit it with the hard team. Now C can do it. It is really nasty to face. Depending on the lineup. My Ray has been beaten, but I mean they had to go like full Monty, with Malik, the Trooper, Beskar, Mando.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you went full 5. You went
full
a full
Monty on that, and even then they only got like a 50-something. The health still on Ray is just, but C can counter that.
Oh no, it was Shaw. It was Shaw Trooper.
Shaw Trooper. You can do that too, yeah. But the life steal will not matter if she gets shocked. Now, the one I was facing, I just couldn't bloody well land shock for 3 turns, and it cost me. I mean, it was an easy cleanup, but I was just frustrated because it's like, God damn it, it's like, God damn it, it's not fair.
Yeah,
it's not easy.
Although you were able to take advantage because the Shaw Trooper went below 50% health.
Yeah.
Immediately, as soon as it was the armorer's turn, you were instantly able to put the 3 Beskar ingots on.
Yeah.
So actually having your Shaw Trooper in there enabled you to put the 3 and not the 2 ingots on C straight away.
The moral of the story, Stuart, is it's not fun. It's only JML can take it out, but do you really want to use JML there? I prefer not to, especially if I have C. JMK can take it out. But do I really want to use JMK there? I mean, these are the choices that Datacrons are having to make us do. I mean, JMK can take it out. There's no issues with that there. Same thing with Jedi Master Luke, because you can just burn it down. But again, you're going with a heavy team with pieces on Rey. So, I mean, typically I just go in there with C, load it up with stuff, and then it's not a fun fight. There's really no other way to put it. It also depends on who they put with Rey. Because remember, the Resistance is getting the same kind of buffs and crap on that damn dead. Oh, that Datacron sucks.
The lovely Mara Jade does it. My Mara Jade Palpatine Starkiller on a Rey. It was ridiculous. 64 banners and a 60-second shot. Oh, that was lovely.
Yeah, I usually have mine on defense for.
You put yours on defense, which is why it's not available. But you've got more GLs than me.
That's true.
I have one because I didn't activate my C before this, so I've still only got one GL of my Starkiller. So when I'm up against 3 and 4 GL opponents, I kind of have to take I have to take them off defense and put them on offense because they'll put like one at the top and one at the bottom. Starkiller against Rey, and then my JML against either the JML or the something else that they put up there. But it was a tough one. I mean, you got it easily. You just didn't score a lot of banners.
No,
it's not. It's
not efficient.
You get the one shot. It's not efficient. You get the one shot. You do get the one shot. It's just not efficient. You're still gonna lose like what 10 to 12 banners roughly.
Yeah, it's horrible. And I actually lost one round
than having to
I just couldn't kill her. It was just ridiculous. I had to 2-shot that thing, and it was gross. I mean,
2 shots are horrible because then you're losing like 35 banners. It sucks.
And I always try to come from this to like, can I 1-shot this? Datacrons make that not a guaranteed anymore. They really do, because they just like the Kenobi fight last night. I mean, I just couldn't kill it quick enough. I just didn't have enough time because it had health still and all this other nonsense, and the stun was just ridiculous. It was a pain in the ass. I just got left with Kenobi at the end, and I had to put on auto, and I just missed taking it out, and then having to double tap that thing is gross too. I went in there with the Inquisitors. I thought, 5 Inquisitors versus the GL, and there's just Kenobi and Kenobi. It didn't go well. Inquisitors once again proving they're
so OP.
They're so bad. It's
they're pushing them so hard. They must be OP.
No.
Better or worse than the prepared team?
They're worse, dude. They're so bad. Grand Inquisitor, man, didn't do a damn thing. I just like, God damn it. Ugh. We have another person joining us, Calvin. Awesome.
What's up, nerds?
What's going on, Sweater Vest?
Not a whole lot, man. It's going well.
Yeah. We're living the dream there, buddy. You haven't done your GSC for today yet, right? You'll do it after the Jedi Academy.
I did actually. Last night, I think.
Yeah, as of very recently, I've started doing them on Friday nights, so I've got mine out of the way. Yeah.
Okay, how'd it go?
I didn't go well. Basically echoing so I made a plan to go half wall to be able to beat their Executor, Negotiator, Empire team, whatever. Did that. Was able to actually use JML to beat JMK, even though he had a level 9 Datacron.
Mm-hmm.
And it went super well because his cat was modded all weird, and that was the only reason we won.
Mm-hmm.
But then I put 4 Galactic Legends on bottom to try to half him because he put, I think, 4 down as well, and he managed to full clear me entirely. So I'm just dead in the water now. Yeah, I'm not sure how he did it either. I guess I just don't have the right Datacrons, and he does. One of the other things that does really suck about this season is Rey has the best Datacron, and I don't even have her.
Yeah. That helps. Yeah, she's awful.
You've not had a good month since the Datacrons came in. You've not had a good month at all, really, have you?
No, this is the first season ever. Not even in the new system. But this is the first season in the past 4 years. I'm going to come out with a negative.
Back-to-back 1 and 2s all the way this month, isn't it?
The first 2 weeks were 1 and 2s.
Yeah,
the first 2 were 1 and 2s, and then this one so far is a 1 and 1. So this is the first season ever since I've been playing the game, even back in the old GA, that I'm going to go a full season at a negative.
A month of negatives. It's going to be an under a 4-5, isn't it?
Yeah,
if you go 2 and 1 this week, it'll be a 4-5, right?
Yeah, which in my opinion is a negative.
Yeah.
So at best, I can't even break even.
Yeah.
It's rough, man. Datacrons, man, they're out of control, dude.
Top
They
at the
really
top.
are.
Top at the top.
You should see me
Well,
yesterday. I was
They
doing
could have been a little bit more balanced, and then they just weren't.
They're just not. And like I was doing the just testing yesterday because I didn't have the materials. I had to wait till yesterday to get the materials when the new stuff came in there, Calvin. So I finally got the Ayla Datacron with the stun. That thing is broken, dude. It JML with Ayla destroys JMK. I did multiple
That one I
fights.
like a lot because it's primarily an offense one, and it doesn't buff the strongest team in the game. Like that one I actually kind of really like.
See, I don't like it because it's ridiculous. I mean, this is the meta team, and it completely destroys it. I mean, it's just silly. But then
That was kind of my hope for Datacrons, though, is they would let you punch up against stuff you couldn't before, not take the strongest teams and make them unbeatable.
But see, that's the other thing. The other part of that, I've got this for offense. So if someone puts JMK down, I can just destroy it. But then the other thing is, I also have Datacrons that are just ridiculous too, with the Kenobi and the Rey. Right? It's just so out of control, dude. Even the one I have, the level 4-5 one I've got for the Lord Vader team with the health still, and he gets his reductions on when he does debuffs and stuff. You throw them all on that team, that's going to giving people heartburn all day and night because it neuters a lot of Fennec counters. It really does.
So I set that last night, and I'm like 90% sure my dude beat it with bounty hunters. So
you can. Yeah, you can. You have to go in with there.
Which that's not me saying you're wrong. I'm just mad. Like, why do his Datacrons stop my counters, but mine don't stop his?
Well, I think the thing that you're running into, the same thing I am, Calvin, is as much as strategy as we put into this, they're just going to bulldoze, man. So I don't know how much the GP difference is, but like when I'm facing, like I'm 8.9, but when I'm facing someone at 10.5, they're all Relic 7 to 9 with crazy mods, and I mean, they've got just ridiculousn's. They just
but we're used to this, Ranger. We've always kind of done this. Now the issue is, okay, so I could beat like my last opponent. He had 300 more Relic levels, another Galactic Legend, 150 more 6 dot mods. I used to be able to kind of win in the margins with those guys before.
Yeah.
But now this guy as well, he has twice the amount of Datacrons as I do. So he just essentially just closed the gap where I had a chance.
Yeah.
So I'm a little salty because I feel like we are kind of like the specific player group that this is definitely going to harm, because all it does is let the really, really big accounts that aren't the best players have another edge.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, too, is so that Fennec counter, because I use it as much as you do, Calvin, it used to be like 80 to 90% effective against Lord Vader. You still get some wonkiness, right? Because RNG is RNG. It's reduced it down, in my opinion, to like 60% at best. You can still do it, but yeah, it depends if they got that right Datacron on that. It makes it a little bit, but it can be beaten. I beat one last night that had it. Okay. So, all right, let's get some more questions.
Just didn't get lucky tonight.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about it yesterday too. The Datacrons are also going to make it harder to see cheaters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they basically
somebody pointed that out on my GAC stream as well. Yeah. How are we going to be able to determine who a cheater is if they've got a Datacron on, because the stats might have just miraculously given them the victory?
Yeah. Let's see here. Scribbles, Princess Scribbles. Scribe Gaming's here. Why are you in the damn call, you nut job?
Hellenix is here as well.
Well, I don't care about Helly. Now we love Helly. Princess Scribble, you want to come jump in here, brother? You know you're more than welcome to join us on the Jedi Academy. Why are you in the chat? And why are you asking me these kind of questions? You take offense to your viewers watching you in the nude. No, but I don't, because then they take down the video, so thus negating the possibility. Plus, we got Gom coming in here flashing us all the time, shirtless, pantless, so.
No, not the streamers, the viewers. He's probably at home naked.
Oh.
Yeah, the viewers are fine.
Oh, yeah, I don't care. You can do whatever you want, man.
Do you, man?
Yeah, do you, brother.
You do you.
Man. Yeah, you do you.
You'd be watching me with a wizard hat and robe on right now. I wouldn't care. Nathan H. question for the panel. What are your guesses for the next capital ship in the year of the ship? Well, profundity. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
That's been literally everything but flat out said.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
what a
profound question.
Yeah, what a profound question.
Yeah. If they keep, every single post they keep throwing the word profound in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Or the definition, one of the three or four definitions of.
I wouldn't even call you crazy if you said the profundity was a lock ever since Outrider came. That's been out for a long time.
Yeah.
All we don't know is how it's going to cut. Is it going to come to us like an executor?
It's going to be an executor event.
Is it going to come?
I think it has to be.
I think it's either going to be like an executor, or they're going to make it a 7-star unlock, and they're going to put it in Conquest and make you like have to really work for it, not just collect.
That would be way easy. That'd be so easy.
Well, no, because there are people that just do not do Conquest and will not do Conquest, but would like to have the ship, like me. If they put profundity in Conquest, I'll be like, I really want that ship, but bollocks to Conquest. I'll get however many I can get, and then I'll wait X amount of months doing that poxy proving grounds, it wouldn't kick into that for months. Yeah, so I mean, as much as I would love to have the ship, I hate Conquest that much that I just I'll never get the ship.
I think it'll be executor type, so you blow a bunch of resources on guys that you don't have.
If they make it an see, here's the problem: they make it an executor event, and you know what's coming. You know what's coming. Oh,
it's still
now
expensive.
It's time for you to relic your Phoenix. It's time for you to relic your Phoenix, guys.
Don't say that.
It'll be Rogue One, but same difference.
It'll be Rogue because you've got to remember the Ghost is in Rogue One.
It was.
So they will make the crew of Ghost. They'll make the crew of Ghost and the Rogue One right. It's time for you to relic these characters, guys. And most people have only got them at what, 11s or 12s.
Not even that. Like mine are like year 8.
Yeah, Phoenix.
I mean, my Rogue One
for me,
are 11s from the because you needed them at 11 to do the old Hoth. The Hoth battle, that last one. Battle. So you needed.
I don't think I ever did that.
So you never.
Oh, well.
No, legit. Like my entire Rogue One is Gear 7 except POW right now.
Yeah. So my Rogue One were that, and then my Phoenix were only the minimum requirement for Thrawn. So my Phoenix are like 8s and 9s, with the exception of Ezra, and my Rogue One are like 8s, 9s, and 11s. So yeah, they're gonna make because they'll have these. CG will have the stats, and they'll be like, right, okay. That's where we're going to make the most money, making people buy crystals to relic and gear those characters. And the gear crunch on those characters is going to hurt a lot of free to play because
a lot of Corbantus.
Because nobody has what's necessary. Yeah.
I mean, taking ad rev to R9 alone is going to hurt, or having to wail out on Outrider and the Moldy Crow or whatever it's called. I mean, it's those type of events in general are just going to be. They're going to be. I wouldn't even say they're the resource drain. I'm saying it's probably what you want, and everything else is the resource drain.
Probably, yeah.
Like if it's going to be meta, and dominate both Fleet Arena and Grand Arena, that is the goal.
Oh God.
That's why I think it'll be an executor type event.
So
I don't think they'll lock it behind Conquest.
No, that'd be way too easy.
Yeah. I think Conquest is going to be single characters and single ships. I don't think we'll ever get a capital ship, but you never know. I've been wrong before. God.
I could see a lesser one. I don't think I could see the new meta coming in.
No.
Like a finalizer level, maybe?
Yeah, that might be a possibility. Maybe, yeah, that could be a thing. I could see that. All right. OBC. This question. All set for my Relic 8 Malagus unlock with a health mod set. Should I work on Datacrons, and what stats would you shoot for? Health still? For him? Tank? Datacron.
I would be very surprised if we didn't get Sith Empire Datacrons for season 3.
Oh, that's going to be so dumb.
Sith Empire and Rogue One. Like that's
going to be so stupid. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'll have it. Great. Can't wait to face that in GAC. Good God.
You're going to have an Uber relic, Uber modded Malgus.
I know.
You're not going to be complaining. You're going to take one look at set 3. Oh, Sith Empire. Oh,
No.
thank you. I've just got my Malgus.
Yes, I'm going to have that, Nev, but I'm also going to be facing that, Nev, and that's why I'm going, oh, no. No.
Well, I don't know. There are a lot of people out there, even larger accounts, that hate Conquest. I don't think it's going to be everyone's going to get him first time around. Maybe.
That's true, wifey. Calvin's not wrong. Don't laugh. I mean,
it's true. Yeah, there's a lot of really large accounts that just don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I do just religiously, and especially for this one, as much as I've just. Thank God I've got Red Crate the last 2, Calvin, because I just don't have the strength in me to do it again. But I think I may push it just because of I want to see what the Datacron material is going to be in this. But damn, that 46th Empire fight, brother, I'm losing my
dude.
sanity.
That's where only crons are coming from.
Hate that
grinding out those.
God.
Grinded out the Sith Empire fights in Sector 4.
Oh, God, I hate it so much. It's so awful, God. Because while you're doing that...
What's this Sector 4 you guys keep talking about?
So in each of the
I don't know. After I couldn't beat Lord Vader,
if you ever did do it, Nev, in Sector 4 right now, well, in each sector, there's a Datacron, an extra node,
right, okay.
and you can get extra materials in Sector 4. The Datacron is pretty good.
Sector 3's like my max, because I go in, I do autos with my energy, and then I leave, and that's pretty much it.
And when you start getting to Sector 4 and 5, man, those fights are they can be
they're really
ferocious.
difficult.
To be honest, I don't think I even got past Sector 1 last time.
I've not gone beyond Sector 3 since Conquest 7.
Oh, God.
Which is when I was like, I'm out. Screw you guys, I'm going home.
I do it if I remember, but I just don't have time.
Yeah, a lot of people, that's the thing. I mean, they just don't. It's not just. It's daily time. It's really what Conquest. Yeah, it's hard because I do it during the lunch streams, and Conquest goes depending on the fights of what I'm trying to accomplish, 30 minutes to 45 minutes on average for me. Now I have all the bells and whistles, but I mean,
yeah.
I'm not going to go past the 50 refreshes, but it is really a lot of time investment, and Calvin's right. I mean, a lot of Krakens don't bother with it because either they pay someone or they just don't bother because they just don't have the time. That's the thing that I don't think CG understands with this, is that people will invest so that they don't have to spend as much time on some of this crap. They just want to have the time that they do to go in and do different game events and do the fun stuff. That's why they and
that's what the Conquest Pass sells. Like most people look at that and all they see is, I can get Gold Crate twice. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, the energy doesn't refresh fast enough. They really need to look at that. For $30, I mean, I get the $9.99.
It's more so the shards.
Yeah, I get the $9.99.
Yeah.
I think
they just get the shards and call it good. Like, all right, I can do 2. This will save me like 2 hours every single time or whatever.
Pretty much. So, yeah. But getting back to your Malgus question, I'm not 100% sure where I'm going with him. He doesn't need speed. Probably he's a tank, so make him beefy. His damage other than his one attack is what it is. You just want him to be able to take hits. So I'm thinking health set makes sense to me. Maybe tenacity. I have to overall, still thinking about his set. But if you went health set, I wouldn't be mad at you there, OVZ. I don't think that's a bad play at all. It might change. It's organic. The way we mod things and stuff. So there we go.
It might depend on if his mods don't matter to beat JML at all. But for him to beat C, Ray, and SLKR, he needs to have a plus 180 or whatever. Then that'll probably end up being what it is.
Yeah. So then you might put a speed set or something on him. I don't know yet. So, here come the heli questions. All right, question from my brother BCM. Happy belated birthday, and also my condolences for your loss. May the force be with you and your family, because you are family to me. So many of us love you, brother. Well, that was nice. See how he does write nice stuff sometimes. Yep. Let's see if he continues this trend. Question for Nev. All right, here's your heli question, Nev. I haven't touched the Datacron yet to prove a point. I ask you, what is the point? This isn't a troll. I just need to word it funnily. Seriously, what's the point of Datacrons? What's the point? I want to know. What's the deal with Datacrons?
Lower down, there's none. I mean, I've got 3 accounts. So I'm beta testing Datacrons. The low account in Erodium, no Datacrons. My main account in the middle, which is Kyber 3, I'm just kind of like getting them as and when they come to me. I'm not pushing for them. And then my big alts, I'm pushing for them. And the only place where I'm actually seeing any difference is the big accounts. On my main account, the only time that I was affected by Datacrons was when I faced somebody that actually had good Datacrons and I lost. They had a level 9 Datacron on their Lord Vader, and it was just physically impossible for me to get past. That's the only round that I've lost this month. All other rounds I've won because the people that were... I tell you, people are using the Datacrons. That somebody put a level 7 light side Datacron on a slacker, and I'm like, really? Nice. You do understand? I'm just gonna beat that with my standard beat it with a standard JML, you know, and and everybody survived as well, which was kind of nice. So I've only had one round where I've had issues with Datacron on my middle one. I've had major issues with Datacron on my 7.8 mil. Nothing. The Erodium account, not a issue whatsoever, and I haven't even farmed or used a single Datacron on the Erodium one. It's done nothing to the account in Erodium. So to answer your question, there's really isn't. There's no point in them lower down, but at the top, yeah. But that is going to speed up now. The lower divisions are going to feel it more because they've increased the economy. So you're going to be able to upgrade them faster. Therefore, this slow trickle down that I thought was going to happen, it's going to speed up massively. It's going to speed up absolutely massively. So, but the point, to be specific, is the point of Datacrons is to make you feel stupid for wasting your time on Omicrons, because Datacrons trump a lot of the Omicrons.
It's a little silly. Waddle, 7 questions. 70% of my teams cannot use Datacrons since they have at least one character below Relic 3. Do I go after another GL or use those mats to bring 5 to 16s up to Relic 3 so they can use Crons? I still think you go for a GL. What do you guys think?
Definitely. Yeah, don't put permanent investments into temporary advantages.
Yeah.
Unless you don't have Star Killer. I would, if you don't have Star Killer, I would say, and you've got like 3 Omicrons, or you're close to 3 Omicrons, you could go for Star Killer, because in GAC he's practically a
Datacrons, not Omicrons.
Practically a GL.
Datacrons, not Omicrons.
Datacrons. Sorry.
Yeah, we're talking.
Because you need relic levels to use them. So I'm in a similar position where I think in 5v5 I can only have 4 or 5 teams that can actually put on a Datacron or something like that. And I'm not going to force it, because if you spend all your time, or all your resources rather, trying to get up all your characters either R3 or 5 or R7 to be able to use the Datacrons you have, you'll never get anything else.
Yeah. I did it. I will say that I did do it on 2. So I did. My Ahsoka wasn't Relic 3, and she was the only one on my Padme team that wasn't Relic, so I took her a 3. And my Newt Gunray on my GG team, he wasn't Relic 3, so I took hit. So just those 2 characters. All of my other squads, I'm like that guy. I've got 11 squads with Relic 3 characters in, but they're not fully. So I've got 11 teams that I can't use. And they've either got 2 or 3. And I just do not have the time or the resources to take the 2 or the 3 Gear 11 or Gear 12 characters up to Relic 3. It's just not doable, because they won't increase the problem isn't relics. You can take somebody from Gear 13 to Relic 3 in a day like that. But if they're Gear 11 or Gear 12, it takes forever to get the gear, because CG still hasn't fulfilled their promise and completed the phases to increase the ability for us to get the gear to actually take characters to 13.
The thing too is Datacrons are very much the upper. I mean, you have to be at a certain GP level with teams it'll happen through naturally as you get to a higher level with your account. But if you're not there, because you're going to have a lot of relic, if you're going for a lot of your GLs and things of that nature, that's just naturally the way it's going to play out. But until you're at that point, you really can't take advantage of Datacrons, and I can agree 1,000% with these guys. Especially what Calvin and them are saying. Don't go get the GLs, get your roster.
Go get the Star Killer.
Get Star Killer. Get your GLs.
Get the Executor.
Get your Executor. Get all that stuff in place. Then start thinking about Datacrons, because it's a temporary thing. For someone like me, I've got almost all these characters at that level. So for me, it's like, okay, cool. I mean, I can do it.
You'll get more use out of your datacons in 3v3 because obviously then you only need 3. But by going for the GLs and going for Executor, you're naturally going to create characters that are Relic 3 or above that you can then use your datacons on.
Yeah.
So there is that, But so if you say to yourself, do I take these 7 characters to Relic 3 so I can use datacons with them, or do I go for a GL which is going to create 10, 11, 12, 13 characters that are above Relic 3 that I will then be able to use my datacons on? So yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me. What else in 3 says question? Oh, we have another heli question. All right, it's your turn, Calvin. Time for your heli question. All right. It says, question for Calvin. Awesome. It says, I'm currently gearing up the pre-requirements for Lord Vader. I feel like once I started down this dark path, forever will it dominate my destiny. Should CG give us more free relic mats?
Should CG give us more free relic mats?
Yeah, that's what he's asking. This is the heli question, so do with it whatever you like.
I mean, not necessarily. I wouldn't use Lord Vader as an excuse for that. It's just kind of the natural flow of the game is for everything to get steeper and steeper, and they do technically give us more relic mats in a lot of ways. We just don't really see it because it's not instant. I can't remember what the last one was, but I remember the assault battles that was a huge kick in the nads to relic materials. It was just 6 times a month you get a pretty decent amount, but I don't think they just need to arbitrarily say, all right, for everyone to get Lord Vader, here you go.
Well, so here's the thing with relic materials, the actual materials themselves, you just have to farm them. Getting characters, but some of the relic materials, it's double dipping, and by that I mean you take a character to relic to gear 13, you get him to relic 0. You have to farm for the upper echelon of the relic if you're going to salvage the same crap in more amounts than you would for an actual level for relic. You start seeing it at relic 6, 7, 8, and 9. The same materials that you needed to take one character up, you have to have vast quantity, especially like relic 9. I mean, 260 pieces of those right side is just ridiculous. It makes it to where if you want to have an account that has higher level relics, you just have to. It's so stupid. But they kind of do the same thing with mods. It's like you have to take a mod from 5A to 6E. You have to get all those mats. It takes 50 and 50 and then 20. And then when you're taking it to 6E to 6A, you still need more of those same mats to take the damn thing up. It's just like, God bless America, man. I hate it so much. It's like, oh, God. I tell you, Relic 9 for me, even Relic 8, it's one of those things where unless I have to do it or it's a character I just vitally have to have, I have ignored that completely now.
Yeah. I think I have a total of 5 Relic 8s and 1 Relic 9. They are definitely luxury. Someone asked me I'm like, Malgus, I'm going to take him right to 7, 8, or 9. I'm like, he's going to be 7 until he really proves that he needs 8 or 9 to function.
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking mine to 9 just because I can. I've saved up for it, but God dang, it is so much material, and it takes forever to do. So unless you're spending, it's almost impossible. So
you nearly messed up yesterday when you were able to take
Jahani
to gear 13, and I was like, just wait, please, just don't do. You're like, I've got the material. I'm like, look, if you do it now, and you get your Malgus and you're missing just one piece to take him from gear 12 to 13, it's going to piss you off. Just don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Step away from the keyboard, Ranger.
Well, it was a lot of the pieces that I'm pretty sure they're not going to need for Malgus. But like, let's just play it safe, because it was a lot of those, really dinky ones. I was like,
They can always check.
yeah, I could do a price comparison.
Yeah, but then you'd have to math.
Yeah, I'm not.
It's like, do I have that number and
like
that?
the math.
Add it and plus it and minus and
Carry the 5.
The last thing you want to be is the guy from in front of the whiteboard from it's only sunny in Philadelphia or something, whatever.
Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie Day. You don't want to be Charlie Day. You don't want to be Charlie Day.
Oh God.
I only have 2 relic 8s, and those were the requirements for the executor. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you, BC. I've only got the only relic gates I've got are the ones that were required there. But because I'm probably going to go for JMK, I'm going to have a lot more.
Yeah, most of my relic 7s are all requirements. Everybody else is 5 or below.
Well, don't worry. You're going to work on JMK, and you're going to work on Schmader eventually, and you'll have more relic 8 and 9s.
As soon as I've got the 10 donuts for C, I'm gonna do JMK next.
Well, I just got all my 7 stars for Star Killer, so
I mean, honestly,
it's a nice one.
The character
Star Killer is so fun. That's such a good release.
God, they knocked it out of the park.
He's going to be put on hold for a minute.
Yeah, that was. I don't know whose idea was like, hey, let's throw a bunch of random legends that lead up to Star Killer. But whoever's idea that was, good job,
That's the best thing that they've done in the last 12 months. Was the Legends and then the Legends event.
Yeah,
that is
amazing.
the best thing that they did last year.
I mean, that's my plan right now. I've got, like I said, I'm waiting for 4 guys for C, but I just 7-starred everybody. So I'm like, I might take a break from GLs because after Executor is rough. And
But
with
you
C being broken
seriously,
right now.
It's so. I took a break from going for C just to get my Star Killer, and it was so worth it. It really, really is worth it.
Well, we talk about this all the time when I'm doing, and I do Astons of roster reviews. I'm like, you want to do something in between your GLs because you'll get burnt out one and they take forever. So do a GL and then work on another team. I don't care which team it is. Like, say you do C. Well, if you want to go for Executor next, go work on Bounty Hunters and Imperial Troopers. Get those teams up and running. You'll have some of those pieces in place, and then go do Executor. Executor, you go, say, get Darth Revan. From Darth Revan, then you go get SLKR. From SLKR, then you go to another team. 1, it gets you off the grind because GLs are such a grind. And 2, it really flushes out your roster that you're not just GL heavy. Because I've seen some accounts that are GL heavy, and that's nice, but they don't have anything else. So they'll do GL battles and kick the crap out of a lot of stuff, but then they get stuck on these A and B teams. They're like, I don't have anything,
Yeah.
So
Well, my guild, I've been relicking the 501st so we can get our
gotta get those cam shards, baby.
cam shards, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do
So
that.
they're up and running now, but now it's like I've been working on a C because I was close because I just got Executor. But yeah, the grind is just starting to get to me. So it's like I just 7-starred everybody. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna shift gears and go get Star Killer and just have fun with it.
Yeah, have fun.
I've got like 80 some Omnicrons just sitting there waiting for them. So
my advice, and I did it with JML, and I'm gonna do it with C. Is once you've got the character and you've got them relicked, you've got that long ass period where you're going for the 10 donuts. So while you're going, do what Ranger says between your GLs while you're working towards your 10 donuts for the ultimate. Work on other teams. I mean, I'm going to be working on my Imperial Troopers. I'm going to be working on my Imperial Troopers team. I'm going to be working on a Scoundrels team, and I'm going to be working on my Mando team. So there's 3 teams. I'm thinking to myself, yep, I'll work on these 3 teams between GLs because it's going to take me forever to get all of the tickets to get C to his ultimate. And then once I've got C at his ultimate, it's like, right, okay, that's that GL done. I've worked on these 3 teams in between. Now I'll go and work on another GL because all you're doing is literally all you're doing is farming tickets, doing one. And then X amount of days later, you're doing the exact same thing over and over again. It's so repetitively annoying. But like Ranger says, it helps break things down and you get to work on, another team. So,
work on something you really want.
Best advice, Ranger, there's one of the, it's one of the best tidbits that Rangers get. Yeah, work on something else between your GLs, or you will go nuts. If you just go GL,
You'll lose your mind.
I
Will
know.
it's just going to make you go nuts. Work on at least 2 or 3 teams between your GLs.
Well,
so you
that's
don't go
like
nuts.
I said, with especially with the news right now, where the C event's kind of broken. I'm just gonna put that on pause and go for Star Killer. That's my plan, anyways.
All right, let's get
Because I went for
at
the
least right now.
Executor while I was farming for the Ultimate for JML, just to kind of
Sure.
like break things up.
Yeah, I mean, and go for a fun team if you want to do that. There's no wrong answer. All right, let's get to some more questions. Make sure we're got about 30 minutes left. So if you haven't got your questions in, now is the time. Make sure to hit that thumbs up if you like what we're doing, and subscribe if you like the content.
Smash the like.
Smash. All right, let's see here. My obligatory, thing I have to say. What else in 3? Question: since CG is smoking crack lately before they make decisions, how long before they release datacrons for ships? Oh God, why would you say that? What else in 3? Oh God,
Don't jinx the game like that.
why would you do that, man?
So I really don't think they do though. So like we still
God.
haven't gotten mods and Omicrons and Zetas for ships. They're not going to skip everything and go right to Datacrons.
Don't underestimate their greediness.
Oh, it's just I don't think it's not there yet. That's why.
Yeah, I don't see it either. Hell, we haven't even got ship loadouts yet. Can we get that first before we do anything wonky with ships, please? God, dog it, man. No, I'm with Calvin. I don't think they're going to do that. Nobody cares. Mr. JT says, question: speaking of gear, will we get any more gear help, or has CG completely abandoned that idea? I don't think they've abandoned the idea. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. Again, Chrome said he
They're
was
definitely
gonna-
hiding from it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, and I don't like that. See, that's one thing. I'm always fair. When CG gets stuff right, like we just talked about Star Killer, the character is great, loved it, was fantastic, pat on the back, CG. But when they get it wrong, man, they got to be called out, and this is unacceptable in my opinion. You cannot make a post like they did for gear changes, and then it's 9 months later and we haven't heard a peep. I didn't put the post out there. You did, CG. So I can only respond to what you put out
They did
there.
one in September.
They didn't have to do that either.
No,
They could have just
I mean,
said, "Here are your stun guns and challenges. Have a good day. We probably don't do this again." And then nobody would have cared. Everybody, all right, stun guns, cool.
They called it the State of the Galaxy.
yes,
For Christ's sakes, in September. It's like State of the Galaxy. Oh, we're going to do this. And then the follow-up was, the follow-up was not a State of the Galaxy. It was what's the other one that they do?
Road ahead.
Road Ahead.
The follow-up in October was the Road Ahead, was being specific. This is phase 1. And this is what we're going to do in phase 1. And when we finish phase 1, we'll do phase 2. And it's like, oh, wow, brilliant. And then nothing.
Datacrons are phase 2.
Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. apart from the poor guys at Celebration that didn't have a clue about these posts, so people are asking them.
Yeah.
And you've got guys at the booth at Celebration going, I don't know what you're talking about. And then the ones that did know basically came back and said, yeah, we're kind of happy with the way things are. So
Which is fine. If you want to say that, then follow up that post saying, we looked about
follow up
this.
the post.
We're happy.
I gotta
we
go
may
back
not
on it.
Yeah, we may not like it, but at least respond to it. Say something. It could be
Yeah, at least we have
unpopular,
an
but at
answer.
least
Well,
we have
because then
an
they would
answer.
just get one outrage instead of 6. Because now, literally, like I cannot tell you how many videos or things that I'll make that are just completely random that have nothing to do with gear, and that gets brought up.
Yes.
And I get it. Like Datacrons, yeah, they do suck, but also one of the things that sucks with them is, we still don't have the accelerated gear that CG said we were going to, because we did, then relic levels wouldn't be that big of a deal. Like it's always a topic of conversation now.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, throw us a freaking bone.
And then you're gonna keep getting beaten on the head with this topic, no matter what you do moving forward until this is addressed one way or the other. If you think the economy's fine, CG, fine. I mean, I disagree, but at least I can have that discussion, debate. I know where we stand on things, but just leaving it.
Yeah,
out
I
there
would
in
I would
limbo-
appreciate them just saying they're not doing it.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool. I mean, it sucks, but disagree. We'll have that conversation. But at least I know where we're at. And we got it brought up today. I mean, how can they do the Datacron economy faster than they did the gear economy? It's a great point. It's like, again, getting beaten over the head with it. I mean, it's unnecessary damage you're doing to yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it. I just don't. It's completely baffling to me why they have not said anything more. I mean, after a couple months, I was initially like, I just give it some time. They're just setting things up, gear changes, blah, blah, blah. After about the 6-month mark, I've started going, what the hell gives? And now I'm just like, okay, what the hell is going on? So yeah. Let's see. Next question from JT. Nobody cares. His question: Datacron, is that the Brett Spinner Appreciation Convention?
Oh, Datacron or Datacom.
Well, that's because
no, he put Datacrons.
Yeah,
Datacrons.
I keep referring to them as Datacons, not Datacrons.
Datacons, yeah.
Datacons.
I keep referring to them as Datacons.
Hey, man, Brent Spinner, Data, one of my favorite characters ever. Bobus, hey Bobus, what's going on? This question: how do you not lose your mind coming up against a wall of Datacrons? Well, Calvin, I think you and me could speak on this. You just plow through, dude. You do the best you can. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean,
I've tried 2 strategies and neither of them have worked. Number one was put up a wall myself, and they got through it because they had more. Or the other one was I just tried to play efficiency and then lost by 7. So it's been a rough month.
Yeah, so for me, it's I've gone more offense than I did because I mentioned this earlier. I was very much a defensive player. With my strategy, I've completely flipped that on the head. Now I put 2 Datacrons on defense, the Rey and the Lord Vader one, and they've done quite well for me. But I keep everything for offense, even some of the Datacrons I have, just so I can have that flexibility for what I need to do. So I'll have JML with Ayla for JMK, and then my JMK when I have it, just because, I mean, JMK, the one thing about JMK is that you can beat a JMK Datacron, or almost beat it with, depending on which one it is, with a normal GMK team, because the AI is stupid.
Yeah, that mirror is pretty, it's pretty reliable. Not 100%, but it's pretty good.
The Rey ones, if it's the ultimate one, you just have to, if you go Rey versus Rey, you can beat it. It gets very wonky because she's just constantly going into ultimate. It's stupid. But that can take it out. C can take it out if you go with the heavy, like the pipe hitting team I was telling you about. But like some of these other ones, man, you do have to go more offense in your mindset now, because you have to be flexible, and you can't just have like, you just don't know, especially if you're out GP'd. I can't play the defensive battle. I've got to go efficiency, and be smart about strategically where I place my Datacrons. Because like last night, JMK, I just couldn't beat that JMK with mine. Just could not beat it. The stuns kept screwing me up, and I got down to JMK and GK. I just ran out of time. Almost took him out, but I mean, it happens. So now I have to go, Christ, what do I use now? But it's nice that I had all the pieces for offense that I was able to do, because I full cleared every round with all the Datacrons and crap I've been seeing. It hasn't been the most efficient, but I am still getting through these monster 10 million accounts with all that crap. So you just have to change your mindset. I mean, it really is. There's no, especially if you're behind the 8 ball and you're facing someone bigger, you're going to have to go more efficient. There's just no way. You can't play a defensive battle against someone that has a couple more million.
I guess they're always going to get through it.
Yeah, they're always going to get through it. They're going to power through, and they're going to take it out, even if they have the 2-shot it or 3-shot it. They still have plenty of teams that you don't, that they're going to use to take you out. So, David Blackman says, I will unlock Grand Inquisitor next time the event comes around. Should I save my Omicrons for him, currently 10 out of 20, or would I be fine giving one to Johanny to boost Starkiller Squad on TW? I have all good JAC ones. I'm going to make this very quick. Johanny. Do not...
Johanny.
It's Johanny by leaps and bounds. And I cannot believe I'm saying that, because I've unlocked Inquisitor. He's sitting there at gear 8. I just don't have the heart to put any gear on that guy. It's a disappointment. It's for as much as I went through to get
underwhelming.
For as much
we did. You remember we talked about it yesterday. It wasn't that they suck; it's that there isn't a good return of investment on them.
No, and they're just so lackluster. They just really are. I mean, yeah, you can beat stuff, but 3 Omicrons plus there's Omicrons on the rest of that team. Juhani, Mary Jade, Phasma. I mean, my God, there's some TW Omicrons I can go through that I think are just better for you overall to help your guild out in TW than I think the Inquisitors. They're just really disappointing. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out, like,
Well, I would like to know, especially where they stand without Datacrons, because I know Grand Inquisitor with the Datacron that does damage with debuffs like 10% max health or whatever, he's beating JMK Cat, and he's doing that without Omicrons. Like, I want to know how important the Omicrons actually are for TW. Like,
Yeah,
what counter does that stop and start?
Yeah, and we just don't know because most people just do not, even at the upper levels, like, I don't invest Omicrons in that crap, you know? So we can't.
Well, and when the Datacron already does everything, why would you?
Yeah, so we really won't know for a couple months. But from my initial playing around with them on stuff, it just. Bleh. So just bleh. I don't know how else to put it. It's just. There's such a farm. There's such a farm. The investment and the actual fights themselves are awful. That event was awful. I mean, that thing took me 4.5 hours to beat, and that was with God mods and everything. It was brutal, man.
I was falling asleep just watching you do
it. Was horrible, man. Like, I couldn't even get through some of the, like, you start getting to the Ahsoka, the Grandmaster Yoda, and the Maul fight. There were times I couldn't even get past the Grand Inquisitor because he would take out one of my Inquisitors. That's how awful that event is. And if you didn't get the right iron, it's basically RNG. Because I know Clayton did it, and he had higher relic Grand Inquisitors, and he messaged me before I went in there. He's like, brother, get ready for the pain, because I just went through it. I mean, he spent hours doing it, and he's got like relic 9s. It's just horrible, man. It's just, and then you get the Grand Inquisitor. The gearing on him is, you know, it's a legendary gearing, so you're going to have a buttload of Corbantes and Chirotex and everything, and it just you get to it, and then you see it. I mean, Arnold did a lot of testing with this. You can go back and watch his videos, and it just getting smoked. You know, outside of TW we don't know yet, but just in GAC without any Datacrons, the team gets smoked by, I mean, a lot of teams. And
my Gear 12 Treya beat everyone's Relic Inquisitors that didn't have Datacrons. The Datacrons do change things.
Yeah, the Datacrons do. Yeah, but
I don't like that.
So
I don't want the team to be good for 3 months.
No, that's unfortunate. Yeah, but that's what it is. We used Trey against the Inquisitors with Grand Inquisitor yesterday to completely kick the crap out of it.
Oh yeah, they can't do anything.
Yeah, they did. It was easy peasy lemon squeezy, man. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, Trey, a team that's been out for years, easily destroyed Grand Inquisitor and the Inquisitor.
And it does it under geared.
Yeah, you can go there. They could have been they could have been gear 12 and we would have still won. I mean, it was that bad. So yeah, go get Juhani. Juhani, we know what that Omicron in TW is. And if you got both Mary Jade and Juhani, that makes that Starkiller team just insane. It is nasty. And that's why my next relic and Omicron is going on Juhani. That I'm going to do Mary J too. So, but they're both getting their Omicrons. I mean, barring some kind of big announcement or something else. But yeah, those two are definitely getting the love. All right, let's see if there's any more questions.
Yeah, if you like it, put a ring on it.
Yeah, Mary J, I would. She's such a badass character. She really is. I mean, goddamn.
She is. Damn, yeah, my offense.
Like, just her lore is ridiculous. She was a hand of Palpatine. Then you get through all that crap, and you just see how much of a badass he is. But she's got one of the greatest fantasy sci-fi book moments ever. Prego Mara Jade. Prego Mara Jade kicking the shit out of the Vong. I mean,
she is awesome in the books.
She's incredible. I'm like,
awesome.
You're Prego, and you just came and saved all the Jedi because you're kicking the shit out of the Vong. What? Oh,
even earlier in her career in Allegiance and Choices of One, like when she's still she's like still like 18, 19 years old when she's the hand of the Emperor, the Emperor's hand.
She's basically
those
the Black
two
Widow
books.
with 4 stars.
She's just incredible. She's so badass. She'll fly onto a Star Destroyer and like instantly start ordering people around. It's like, yeah, I'm that hand of the fucking Emperor. You will do what I bloody say. It's just so badass in the books. It's awesome.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Now that would be an awesome Disney Plus series.
Oh, I'd watch that.
Oh,
she would be such an awesome anti-hero.
Oh, yeah.
She would be such
take all
an
my
awesome...
money. Just take all my money.
Just take my money now.
Yeah, just Mine. OBZ says question. Who'd you put as a fifth for Malgus? Talon, Omni, and Zeta seems like the way to go. Thoughts? I think the team that I'm thinking about is fifth is still up in the air, but it's definitely Malgus, Basti, Darth Revan, Talon, and I'm debating the fifth spot. Do I want Malak? Do I want Sith Assassin or Marauder on there? I haven't decided yet. Because I do like...
Yeah, exact same position or Ranger.
I'm thinking Malak for C is so good. And, I mean, if... I'm thinking Assassin... get that team turn meter. I don't know how you think about this, but Marauder, man, because they're going to be constantly attacking Malgus. And Marauder's going to get all that turn meter. He's nasty in a Sith Empire team. And when you combine that with Revan and Basti, I don't know. I mean, Talon definitely is going to make Malgus just stupid.
Talon is a lock.
Yeah. I think Revan and Basti are locked, but Malak on that team is really good too. 2 tanks. You just let them do their thing, but I don't know if it has the firepower. That's what I'm debating on. I don't know. What do you think on this, Calvin?
So I 100% agree with you. Those 3 are a lock: Talon, Darth Revan, and Bastila. And then I think the fifth, it'll either depend on what it needs on defense or the counter. But realistically, I would love to keep Malak with C. Like, that would be very, very great. But at the same time, that's the only version of him that holds, that doesn't get beat by some outlier team like Trey or Grievous.
Right.
Then he might have to stay with it. But yeah, I looking at the synergies, I can see arguments for Sith Empire Trooper, for Sith Marauder, and for Sith Assassin. Like all 3 of them will do something good in that team.
Yeah, I'm going to have to play around with it because I'm just not 100% on any of those. And I wasn't even thinking about Sith Assassin, but that turn meter is going to be absolutely nasty with that team. I mean, she stealths too, so getting to her is going to... I think
the team in 3v3, the team that I want in 3v3 is going to be Malgus lead, Sith Assassin, and Talon. And then it doesn't matter if Malgus is taunting or not because the other 2 are constantly in stealth.
Yeah. So... And we won't. I don't know if we'll finish. I don't know if we'll get him by the time 3's ends. 1, 2, maybe
we
at
will.
the end. We will at the end.
We'll get him. We'll get him mid-season.
Okay.
Because we still have to finish this week. We still have the off week, and then we should. I don't know if he'll be here for week 2 or for week 3, but it'll be one of them.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to do the math on that, and then my brain melted. Math. Nobody cares says, question, who is this JT? Get out of here, you. Get out of here, yous. Oh, my God. What do you mean? What do you mean? Jack Daniels question, Mara or Talon or Starkiller going to get a ship? I don't know if Starkiller have a ship. He might have. I don't think so.
Starkiller had a ship. But...
I don't remember.
He had a ship, yeah. Judo Eclipse was typically the pilot, but he could be the crew. They could do the same thing they did with Kyle Katarn.
Yeah, that's true. Mara.
They typically they wait a long time before they give legendary ships.
Yeah, they do.
Like they'll do it sometimes, but they don't typically ever do it back to back. I guess the last one they did was Thrawn.
No. I mean,
he's right.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about legends because they did the Outrider practically straight away.
Yeah, legendaries.
Legendary.
Yeah,
legendary. So like Galactic Legends or stuff like that.
Thrawn's the only
They typically
one.
wait a long time before they give them ships.
I'm trying to think.
We don't have Thrawn's the only one. We don't have another legendary character that has a ship.
GK kinda. He's a raid reward. He eventually got
but
a
I wouldn't call him legendary though, because he's not a separate, like Thrawn's a separate legendary event. GK being a raid reward is neither here nor there, but
I know Mara
that'd be like giving Luke Skywalker.
C's got a ship. C's legendary.
Who?
C.
Oh,
sorry, not C. Sorry, Palpatine. Sorry, Palpatine.
Yeah. Palpatine
but again, that was years
later.
Between
his exactly. The gap between his event and his ship, huge. Years.
The Starkiller could get one. I just don't think it'll be today.
No. Now Talon, I'm trying to think.
Before.
I don't know what the name. Hang on, let me Google the name of the Talon ship.
No, I know Mara Jade had a few ships. She had the yacht.
Yeah, Mara Jade had the Jade Shadow and the Jade Saber.
Right.
So she was a legit pilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talon, I'm trying to think is the one I'm just like, did she really have a name ship she flew in?
Oh, I guess you're right. The Falcon was a legendary, but it was a legendary
dragon
ship. Too, though.
It was just a dragon ship.
I don't think it was named.
I don't think
was
it had a name. It was just referred to as a dragon ship.
Chewie is a legendary, so I guess
Yeah,
he's got the Falcon.
Chewbacca and
Okay.
Falcon would be the closest turnaround we have.
But
That's true.
That technically in and of itself was like the executor, right? So the MILF was an event. It wasn't just given to us.
That's true.
It was. If you had the Rex, you got it. Same as any other legendary.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, once you had the characters, the requirements were ridiculous. I mean, my bounty hunters were all like gear 8 in order to get the milk. It wasn't
but it was still a grind. It wasn't.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
No, you
No, it
still
wasn't.
got the grind.
You went in, you did the event one time, and you were done.
If you had them.
Yeah.
It was a grind to get them, though.
But it's a grind to get everything.
It's been so long. I mean, I'd have to start going down memory lane. And, well, I really... Nobody cares says, question. Sorry, Ranger. You have me confused with somebody else. No, JT, the Ewok lover, I'm pretty sure I've got you pegged as the same person, if I'm not mistaken, because you've used your names back and forth. So, it doesn't help that in your, I think, if I'm looking at this correctly, you have an Ewok or a cat or something fuzzy there.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Nope. All right. I guess I made it up. I guess I haven't been watching the chat for all these things. Then again, I could have brain damage. That wouldn't be the first time. All right. I think that's all the questions. Let me check one more time here. Yeah, we're caught up. So again, I think we can wrap it up here. Now I may be there tonight for D&D if they're going to play. Again, birthday weekend. So you can come hang out with me. We're going to do lots of stuff. Cat in honor of Ahsoka. Okay, for the meow meow, I can respect that. So let me just do something real quick. But no, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. But what I want to do is let these guys pimp their stuff, and I really do me a favor, guys. By supporting this channel and content, do me a favor and really go check out these other guys' channels. They put out incredible content, and they come here on their own time or their own dime to sit here for 2 hours and answer your questions and give you the best knowledge they can about the game and try to help you be better at the game and things of that nature. So best way to show a content creator some love is just to go to their channel, watch some videos, interact, support these guys, because that's the best way to say.
I'll be doing my GAC relatively soon after this. Oh, but Ranger, I dropped a link in Zoom. Everybody click on this link that Ranger's about to share in chat. It is the voting for the SWGOH.
Send that to me in Discord, because send this to me in Discord.
I'll send it to you in Discord. Okay. Yeah. The annual SWGOH has come around, so it's time to vote on stuff for the SWGOH. And
what are the categories this year? Same categories, or well, let's look at this real quick for the SWGOH. Let me post this link here so you can go vote. Let me pull this up here for the SWGOH. Let's see here. We got best new character, biggest brain, best tool, favorite faction, most anticipated content, most annoying, best GL, biggest story, best weekly show. And is there any more? No. Well, I don't see RSG on there, so I'm not voting. I'm not participating. You lost me. Okay. So yeah, check that out. Vote. The SWGOHs are really cool. You guys should check those out. I love the SWGOHs. I've actually been a presenter on the SWGOHs before. So, Lee, you come right at the end here, really? All right, real quick. Actually, no, we're gonna pimp and then we'll get to the stuff, because you're not gonna kill my flow here, Lee. I know that wasn't your intention. So check out Nev and the Escape podcast. Calvin, awesome. Where can folks check you out at?
Yep, I'm Calvin Space Awesome on YouTube. Got a lot of videos going on right now. Today we released one talking about all the teams that actually are primarily special attackers. So you know where to put your special attack Datacron.
Yep.
And then I'm also on Twitch under Calvin_Awesome. I stream every attack phase at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's Sunday, Friday, and Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I also have a podcast with Tito Mad at the Mad Austin Show on Spotify or iTunes.
There you go. And you should definitely check that out. I think I've been on that show. I've been on a lot of podcasts, yes, and we've had fun. I enjoy it very much. So hopefully Tila gets some vacation time. He can join us back over here again. I need to come join you guys again eventually on your podcast again. It's been a while. But check out that and please go show some love. BCM, I know you haven't been really doing much streaming lately, but if you do, where can folks check out?
It's Big Country Mags, all one word on Twitch. So Twitch TV / Big Country Mags. I've been kind of taking a little bit of a break. I'll probably start up again either this coming month or the one after. Just life, you know how it goes.
Well, fine. They want the links, so while I'm doing the links for everybody. Lee Books' question: what are your thoughts on this new Rebel ship? In a way, anti-Millennium Falcon. Thought on Falcon leaving home one. Sorry, Calvin. What do you think on this? And you guys, while I'm getting these guys damn channels.
So without doing a ton of research, it seems like it's twofold. Number one, it's going to be a requirement for profundity, but number two, it looks like it's supposed to be the replacement for the Millennium Falcon on home one. So Millennium Falcon is going to go off and play with Outrider and Profundity. That's going to be the new meta fleet. And what they're trying to do is they're trying not to leave us completely without another home one fleet that'll still be usable. So I'm guessing he's supposed to fill that place, given that he's not supposed to work with any scoundrels, which is basically the Millennium Falcon. And he has all the synergy with home one, so he's not going to go with Profundity unless they change something.
Profundity's going to have a summon ability. Every time you use a special, an X-Wing gets summoned, just like the Malevolence. That's what I think is going to happen to alleviate the number of ships.
I think they will split it. I mean, home one will have the Falcon still, and then I think the Outrider
Rebel faction
is an Outrider scoundrel.
I think it might be, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have the Falcon and the Outrider with home one, and then the Profundi. Oh no, because the new ship needs home one, right?
Yeah, the new ship needs home one. So he's gonna go with probably like Biggs and Wedge or something like that. But the Rebel fleet is like the only faction currently in game that can actually house two entire fleets. There's 10 fighters.
Yeah.
So they can. I mean, in my opinion, a true fleet needs at least 5. Like the Malevolence and the Executor, they work fine with 5. Finalizer works pretty well with 5. They could split it now if they really wanted to.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I mean,
so you think the Falcon will go with the Profundi?
I think it has to. If Kyle Katarn has to go with home one, and he can't work with scoundrels. That to me, that seems like the only way it goes.
He should summon a Hammerhead Corvette. He's not wrong.
Corvette would be cool.
That would be kind of cool. I need a Hammerhead Corvette up here. All right. I read all the links to everybody. That's the last question. Thank you, Interceptor. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. It'll be on Monday. We'll have a big birthday lunch stream extravaganza, and then tonight I'll be on D&D if we do it, and then. Yeah, so everyone have a great rest of your weekend. If you want to see me some more, you can come out on Twitch on our D&D stream. And then Monday we'll have the big birthday celebration because that's my actual birthday. But thank you for the birthday wishes on my birthday weekend. So with that, we're going to call this one done. So you can check out the links there. Those are all their Twitch links. And I'm sure you can get to all their other stuff through those Twitch links. Just go to their About feature in Twitch. So with that, everyone have a great rest of your day. Thank you for joining us for Jedi Academy. And we will holler at you later. May the 4th be with you.